See, we have completed our portion. We have come to the last lesson, that is the story of cricket, isn't it? Now we are going back to our exam portions. Your exam portions are, yes, 7, starting from 7, okay? 7, then dad, cat, that one, then 8, the front and the 4. Then we are coming to the next lesson, that is the bicycle in good repair. The bicycle in good repair. Then after that, garden snake and the story of cricket. That means 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay. Your questions will be 7, 8, 9 and 10. And all the points which are coming over here. These are your portions for your exam. Understood? So now we will do some revision of 7, that is the invention of beta ohm, isn't it? Beta is not there, beta ohm. Already you have studied about the lesson. That means a great scientist who was making experiments to find a drug. That means a medicine, isn't it? To drink, and the help of that, what happened? What was the result of that? What happened to that when it was given to a young man? What had happened to him? Suddenly he became an old fellow of 75, sorry. An old fellow of, an old man of 75, isn't it? Yes, 75. And what was his age when before he was having 20 years age? He was only 20 years old. He was only 20 years. So after having that medicine, what had happened? He had come to an old person. Isn't it? That means his whole appearance had changed. That young smartness had gone. And he had become an aged person of 75. Understood? So that is what, who had invented that scientist? Through his experiment he had conducted. And before that experiments, what are the things he had collected? All the old things, ancient things. Nothing of the new ones, isn't it? He had gone to the old things. Which are the old things mentioned over here? A pint of sap from a 400-year-old Bristol cone pines. First one is 4,000 years old. So imagine how much old it is. Old, what is that? Bristol cone. Bristol cone pine. So it is a pine tree, isn't it? So it is a pine tree. It is about 40,000 years old. From that he had collected the sap of that plant, isn't it? He had collected the sap of that plant. Then second one, yes, this is the first thing. Second one, toenail clipping from an 168 years old. 168 years old Russian farmer called Petrovich Gorovich. Understood? So he had collected the toenail. First one is Bristol cone sap. Then second one is toenail. Toe means your leg, the toe. Understood? And it's a nail. Nail means nagam. Yes. Then third thing, what he had taken is an egg laid by a 200-year-old tortoise. So third thing is an egg. Egg of whom? Yes, about 200 years old tortoise. 200 years old tortoise. The next one, the tail of a 51-year-old horse in Arabia. So the fourth thing is tail, isn't it? tail. Tail of whom? 51 years old horse. 51 years old horse. Then again there are the whiskers of a 36-year-old cat. Next is the whiskers. Whiskers of whom? 36 years old cat. Isn't it? 36 years old cat. The next thing is coming to the sixth one. Coming to the sixth one. What is the sixth one? An old flea which had lived on carpets for 36 years. That is an old flea. Flea is what? Small insect. It means small insect living on the skin of animals. Muta is living on the skin of animals. In the cat and you have seen the black thing, one small black thing is there, isn't it? That is the flea, old. So that is about the how much old? 36 years. 36 years old. Then coming to the seventh thing. This is the seventh one. The tail. Again the tail. Tail of a 270 years. Sorry, 207 years old giant rat. Tail of a rat. Giant rat. Understood? Now then, coming to the eighth one, the black teeth. Black teeth of whom? 97 years old Grimalkin in the cave of Mount Grimalkin. Then 9 knucklebone. Knucklebone of 700 years old catalog. So these are the things used for making the medicine. For what? To make the young people old, isn't it? And collecting all these things, he had made a medicine which is having only 4 drops, isn't it? After boiling and steaming, the whole thing had come into 2-3 drops only. And when that drops was given to that person who was 20 years old, within short time, what had happened? He has totally, the 20 years smartness had gone and he had came to an age of 75. Understood now? That means young is made into an old person. So what are the things used? Yes, old flea, that is the insect living in the skin of the animals. Understood? In every dog, cat, everything there is. Small insect, black in color or brown in color. It is the flea. So that animal is the lives in the skin of these insects living in the skin of these animals, isn't it? So he had collected that which is about how many years old? 36 years old. Understood? Then he had collected the tail of whom? Giant rat. About how many years old? 207 years old. So think about the things of many years back, not of today or yesterday's. About more than thousands of years back, isn't it? And this is how much? 36 years old. Not even now, isn't it? And this one is 207 years old. Going very coming. Understood? That is the sap of a tree. When you cut the bark of a tree, you can see the water droplets, and that is the sap. When you cut the rubber plant, what happens is the rubber comes, isn't it? Sap comes. Like that, the cuts. Yes, that is the Brazilian plant, pine trees. Pine tree, from that tree, the sap is being taken. The pine tree is how many years old? 4,000 years old. Then we have collected the nail of a toe, which is about 168 years old. Toe tail of whom? Toenail clipping from 16-year farmer, isn't it? A Russian farmer called Petrovich Grigorovich. He is a farmer, Russian farmer. So he had taken the toe tail of a Russian farmer who is about 168 years old. Then he had taken a egg of a tortoise which is of 200 years old. Then the tail of a horse of 51 years old. Then the whiskers of a cat which is about 36 years old. Then again I have taken the black teeth of a Krimlaken, which is about 97 years old, and then a knuckle bone, which is the knuckle, this is the knuckle, and the bone is this knuckle of 700 years of a caterpillar. So these are the old things, ancient things which have been collected for making that medicine or the drug. Understood now? Understood? Clear to you? Now we will read the lesson. So already we have studied, isn't it? Now you understood, got a clear picture of that lesson. That means the scientist had made many experiments and he wanted to make the young become old. So first he had made the old people become young. Medicine for that, isn't it? Making the old people become young. And that time what had happened? Population was still there, increasing only, isn't it? It is not diminishing. And then he started finding the medicine for the young people to become old, isn't it? And for that he started collecting ancient, very ancient things like a cat's tail, then whiskers, then knuckle bone, black teeth, then sap, toenail, egg, then old tree and the tail. Isn't it? Tail of which all animals? Tail of giant rat and the horse. Isn't it? Tail of both the animals. Then whisker of the cat. Then toenail of the Russian farmer. Then sap of the Brazilian pine tree. Then knuckle bone of this cat. Then black teeth, old feet. Understood? Now look, the invention of Edamon. Mr. Willy Wonka. So what's the name of the scientist? What's the name? Mr. Willy Wonka. Begins by inventing Wonka Vita. So what's the medicine or what's the drug which he had invented called Vita Wonka. Wonka Vita is the first one. First medicine is Wonka Vita. Second one is Vita Wonka. By collecting all these things he had invented which medicine? Yes, Vita Wonka. Vita Wonka. Isn't it? Before that, what was the first medicine? Wonka Vita. Vice versa, isn't it? Both giving the same name in different way, which makes young people younger. So Wonka Vita, with this medicine, what is the benefit? Making the people look young. They are not becoming old. Understood? So some people disappear because their age become minus. Because of coming over age, minus age is coming, those people will go out of the world. One person actually becomes minus 87. which means he got to wait 87 years before he had come back. Mr. Wonga must invent a new thing. So all that became very difficult for the people because all are remaining on the earth, making everyone young means again for how many more years, about 70 or 87 years more they have to spend, isn't it? Already 87 they had spent and that comes as minus. So it is again going back to again 87 years. So for a long time they are going to be on the earth. So what did he decided to do? He decided to find a medicine for making young people appear old. Understood? And what is the name given for that? Beta O. And first one, Wonga Beta, which means people young. Understood? So don't make the confusion between them. First one is Wonga Beta. Is a medicine used to make people look young, and second one is Beta Wonga, which makes the people grow old. Mr. Wonga said, so once again I rolled up my sleeves and said to work. He started doing his experiment. Once again I seized my work. He started working his brain, searching for a new recipe. I had to create an age to make people older and older. So that means he has to move towards old, then older and the oldest. Understood now? Hi, I cried for now. The idea was beginning to come. That means his brain started doing the work. Which is the oldest living thing in the world, which lives longer than anything else. So in order to find the medicine to make the people grow oldest, what he has to do? He has to find the medicine's recipe needed for making that medicine also going back to thousands and thousands of years, isn't it? A tree, Charles said, right you are, Charlie, but what kind of a tree? No the Douglas fir, nor the York oak, nor the cedar. So these are not the plants. Not the trees. No, my boy. It is a tree called the Briscone pine that grows upon the slopes of where the Wheeler Peak in Nevada in USA. That is about the 4,000 years old Briscone pines. And where it is grown? In the Wheeler Park in Nevada, that is in USA. You can find the Briscone pines on Wheeler Park today that are over 4,000 years old. So he wanted, first thing is the tree, and the tree, for that tree where he has to go? He has to go to USA, to the Wheeler Park. And what was the tree? Briscone pines, which is about 4,000 years old. This is fact, Charlie. Ask any demochronologist you like. So that started me off. So finding the Briscone pines, he started to USA, that is to the Wheeler Park. I jumped into the great glass elevator and rushed all over the world collecting special items from the oldest living things. That is how he started collecting things from all these things which are very old. Understood? First one, a pint means a pinch of sap from a 400-year-old Briscone. That is why the first thing was the sap of that Briscone pine tree, which is about 400 years old. And where is the tree? It is in USA, Wheeler Park. Second one, the toenail clippings from a 168 years old Russian farmer called Petrovich or Pukovich. Then coming to the third one, an egg of 51 years, an egg of 200 laid by a 200 years old tortoise belonging to the king of Tonga. The tail of a 51-year-old horse in Arabia, with the whiskers of a 36-year-old cat called trumpets, An old flea which has lived on crumpets for 36 years. The tail of a 207-year-old giant rat from Tibet. The black teeth of a 97-year-old gremlin living in a cave of Mount Popocatépetl. The knuckle bones of a 700-year-old carnivore from Peru. So these are the things the scientists had collected for making that medicine. For what? Making the young people become old, older and the oldest. Isn't it? Up to 75 or 80 or in between 80 90 years old. Understood now? Now the first question, Mr. Willy Wonka is a cook, an inventor or a manager. Who was he? He was a scientist, isn't it? So he was an inventor. Then Wonka Vita makes people older or younger. First medicine, that is Wonka Vita making people young. There no one is growing old, all are becoming young. Yes. Mr. Wonka wants to invent a new thing which will make people younger or older. So second time he is making the medicine called a Vita. That is used for making the young look old. Yes. First one old to young and second one young to old. Can anyone's age be a minus number? What does minus 87 mean? That means for again 87 more years he will live on the earth. That means still he is living only. Mr. Wonka begins by asking himself two questions. What are they? What is the ancient tree and what lives the oldest? All over the world, Charlie, Mr. Wonka went on. I tracked down very old and ancient animals and took an important little bit of something from each one of them. So only finding the animals which are very old, isn't it? At the same time, the content what they are taking is only very little. This from here only a pinch of sap is made. That means the whole distillery sap is not being taken, only a little pinch. Then this one farmer, Russian farmers only one toe nail. The very simple thing. And then tortoise, one egg. Then horse tail. Then cat whiskers. Then rat tail. Then cattlose knuckle bone. And Primalakin's black teeth. So only very little things of these are old things. But all these are very old living beings. Understood? From that, small things are being taken out, collected. Something from each of them, a hair or an eyebrow, or something it is no more than an ounce or two of the jam, scrapped from between their toes while it was sleeping. That means just a little. Whiskers means taking a little part of that whisker. Tail means not the whole tail, little only. I tracked down the whistle pig, the boblong, the stork, the polar, the polyrun, the giant carlo, the stinky sin, and their venomous squirrel, who can spit poison right into our eyes from 40 yards that away. That means very poisonous snake. But there is no one to tell you about them all now, Charlie. Let us just state quickly that in the end, after lots of boiling, bubbling and mixing and testing. So how it is being done? How it is being done? After collecting all these things, they are made into liquid form. Then what are doing? Boiling. Then bubbling. So when boiling is done, what is there? Bubbling is there. Small bubbles will come as the water is boiling, steaming, isn't it? Then mixing. Then finally testing. Mixing and then testing. In, my invention room. So in his room where he is doing the experiments. So he is boiling all those things together. Then they are, as they are getting boiled, bubbles are appearing in that thing, and finally everything is getting into smaller quantity, isn't it? Then again mixing and then testing. So that was going on in his room. I produced one tiny cup full of liquid, oily black liquid, and gave 4 drops onto a brave 20-year-old Ompo Lombo volunteer who said to see what happened. So out of all these things, about 9-10 things are there, isn't it? And how much is getting only a tiny, a small, tiny means small, a tiny cup full of oil, which is black in color. So from this, all these things, about 9 or 10 items are there, and from all that things, just a cup full only, a small cup full of black oily liquid. That is much only he was abstracting from all this after getting boiled and bubbled, finally getting only a little part of that, isn't it? And from that, how many drops he had given? He has given only 4 drops. How much he had given? 4 drops. Just 4 drops to that 20 years old young man. Isn't it? Only 4 drops he had given to that person who is only 20 years. He is the first volunteer to do that experiment, and he was only 20 years. And what happened? What did happen, Charlie? It was fantastic, it was wonderful, cried Mr. Bunga. The moment he swallowed, he began wriggling and shriveling up all over, and the hair started dropping off, and his teeth started falling off, and before I knew it, he had suddenly become an old fellow of 75 years. So this person had come to time. So as he had taken only 4 drops of medicine, that oily black liquid was given to him, and at the same moment itself the change had appeared, isn't it? The whole body started wriggling and shivering, and as a result, finally that person totally changed into an old man of 75 years. So you think about 20 years means the most energetic person, isn't it? And finally within short time, just 4 drops had made the change, isn't it? To 75. And thus, my dear Charlie, was Edamon invented. And that is how, which medicine was invented? Edamon. So what is the use of Edamon and Wonga wheat? Yes, Wonga wheat is the one which has been used for making the people look young, isn't it? That means no old age is there. People are even going to minus also, isn't it? Still they are living with a young age, isn't it? But what is the result of that Vita? Only just 4 drops, making that young man, any person here born volunteer was there who was 20 years. And within that short time itself, he had changed to 75 years old. So to whomever it is being experimented, the same will happen, isn't it? Even though he is 19 years or 16 or 15, whatever the age is there, within short time, what happens? He goes to the age of more than 70 years, isn't it? So that is the result of which medicine? Vita. Medicine Vita. Understood? That's the lesson what we have already studied. And now I hope you have understood the lesson. What is the invention of Vita? Clear to you? What? Sorry. what trees does Mr. Wonga mention? So he was mentioning which all trees? Douglas, then oak, cedar, isn't it? Then which tree does he say like the oldest one? So all these trees are old trees, ancient trees living for a long time, isn't it? But among these three, which one he said the most oldest or the oldest one? Yes, Bristol pine, Bristol cone pines, isn't it? Which is about how many years old? 4,000 years old, and where it is? In the Villa Park in USA. Then how long does this tree live? About at present when we was doing that experiment, it is about 4,000 years old. Where can you find it? Villa Park in USA. Isn't it? Where is you in Nevada? How many of the oldest living things can you remember from Mr. Munga's list? Yes, the tail, all that what we have mentioned, the pine of sac, which is about 4,000 years old, then toenail, which is about 160 years old, then egg of tortoise 200 years, then tail of a horse 51 years, the whiskers of the giant cat of 36 years, then old tree of clumbers of 36 years, tail of rat 207 years, the black teeth which is about 97 years, and knuckle bone about 700 years. These are the old things, understood, which is already mentioned. Why did Mr. Wonga collect the oldest thing? Because he wanted to find the medicine for making young people old, not only old, to the oldest. Okay, so that is the reason why he had collected the things from that much years old things, isn't it? Because he wanted to make young into old. For that he needed ancient things, and all the things what he had collected are about more than 1,000 years, and some are up to the 100 years also, but still they are very old. Understood now? What happens to the volunteer who swallows 4 drops of the new medicine? So then what did he do? With all this he had collected. What he has done? He had started boiling. Then while boiling, it was steaming, the bubbles were coming. Then all that water extracts are being evaporated, and finally only the black oily liquid was left, and it is only a cupful, a small cup, that much only from the whole thing, only that much he was able to extract from that, isn't it? And from that extract, how much drops he had given to that person to that volunteer? Only 4 drops. And what was his age? He was only 20 years old. And what happened after having that 4 drops of black oily liquid? Now within that short time, his whole body started wrinkling and smuggling, and he had changed to an old person of 75. What happens to all? You understood now? Now what's the name of the invention? Vita oak. Now what do you call the insects of the language? Then about a recipe, it is given below. You can write one, all the ingredients, or what are the ingredients needed and how it is being made. You can make a similar recipes for your ingredients for any kind of food what you can prepare. You can follow the same steps. First you have to write all the ingredients, then you have to state how it is being made. Then my family picture is given over there. Then dialogue is given over there. Make a list of the trees Mr. Wonga mentions. All the trees what he had already said. Where do these trees grow? So from that is the work you have to find out. From where are these trees grown? First only one is given Bristol cone pines in Nevada in Villa Park, USA. Similarly, for the other plants, trees also you have to find where are they seen. find a room for the encyclopedia. Write a short paragraph about 2 or 3 of these trees. Name some large trees commonly found in your area. Find out something about them. How old are they? Who planted them? Do birds eat their fruit? And write 2 or 3 sentences about each of them. Then find out something interesting about age of growing old in a paragraph about it. Following are the few topics. The age profile of a country's population. Does it have more young people than old people, or vice versa? Because old people is more than the young, or the young is more than the old people. That you have to see the census of the country. You have to see the census where you can get the correct ratio of female, male, children and everything. Understood? How can we tell the age of a tree? How can? By finding the rings in the bark of the tree. Finding the rings, you can say how many years it is living. Then horse, a rock, etc. What is the life expectancy of various living things and various populations? How long can we reasonably expect to live? Now going to the next also, dad and the cat and the tree. So that is a poem along with this lesson. So there we have seen how the dad is trying to save the cat who had got stuck on the branch of a tree, isn't it? Cat got stuck on the branch of the tree, and how father is trying to bring down the cat safely. For that he is trying many things, but everything had ended in failure, isn't it? But the father cannot accept that. He himself was saying that he is a good climber or can do anything of his own. He is not a child, isn't it? He is a grown up, and so he can do everything. But at the same time, once a small thing only, cat had gone and stuck on the branch of the tree, and it has to be brought down. For that, father is finding how many plants? 3, and all that 3, A, B and C. Yes, but all had failed, and finally what happened at the last? Who got stuck? Father got stuck on the branch of the tree, and who had saved safely? The cat. Without the knowledge, the cat had jumped down safely, but who got stuck over there? Father got stuck over there. How can you bring the father again? Somebody has to find a way for that, isn't it? So that is what happens if you boost yourself. If you boost yourself that you know everything. You should say only what you can do or what you can say, isn't it? Don't think more than that. Only do how much you can do it, or what are things you can do properly. Only those things you have to do. Never boost yourself saying that I can do. Because many of us are not having that same ability to do everything in the world. Are we? No, isn't it? Certain things we are able to do, but certain things we are not able to do. And talents are different. All are having different talents. And so what happens? All have to do. So people do differently. Isn't it? You can find people of various talents doing many things differently. So here, in the poem, the dad, he himself was praising himself that he can do everything. But in everything he had failed. He was not able to win, isn't it? That is what we have seen through this poem. This morning a cat got stuck in our tree. Dad said, right, just leave it to me. The tree was wobbly, the tree was tall. Mom said, for goodness sake, don't fall. Fall, scoffed Dad, a climber like me. Child's play, this is, you wait and see. So he was confidently saying that I can do it. Why you say me that I am not able to? Because I am not a child. He got, for that first thing, what did he do? He got off the ladder from the garden shed, he slipped, he landed in the flower bed. So bringing the ladder itself, he was not able to put it straight. The next moment he had fallen with the ladder. Never mind, said that, but he was not willing to give up. Brushing the dirt off the hand and the face and his trousers and his shirt. We will try plan B. Stand out of the way. Mom said, don't fall again quickly. Fall again, said Dad. Funny joke. Then he swung himself up on a branch. It broke. Second time, jumping on a branch. With the branch, he had fallen down. Dad landed back on the dirt. Mom said, stop it, you will break your leg. Rabbit said that now we will try plan C. Easy is winning to a climber like me. Then he climbed up high on a garden wall. Guess what? He did not fall. He gave a great leap and landed flat in the brook of a trunk tree, right on the cat. The cat gave a yell and sprang to the ground, pleased as punch to be safe and sound. So it is smiling and smiling, swung as can be, but poor old dad still stuck up on that. That is what had happened. So never boast yourself. If you boast yourself in certain things, you will not be able to fulfill it. Isn't it? At the same time, you will be laughed at in front of everybody. Understood now?